Hi, my name is Jacomo Hakim. I am the CEO of BookATailor. Anyone know what janitor means? What a janitor does? Yes, no? They clean up the mess at the end of the day. And you should do that as well. This is the recent press that we've been getting. And today, let me just tell you guys something. There's absolutely no difference between me or any single one of you that are sitting over here. The only thing is that though I look at stuff very differently. Today I'm going to go over 5 of my ways of how I look at things. And I give you my personal guarantee that if you look at it, if you look at everything the way that I look at things, there's no reason why you guys cannot have $1 million company in 3 years. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to live life, how to have a vision and think big, how innovation, automation, and technology is extremely essential in today's world, how making mistakes and problems are a good thing, and how to be extremely persistent with what you do. Now I am so sure of this that a couple of weeks ago I was on the Steve Harvey show, and that's what he was saying about my company. By the way, he made a mistake over here also because it's worth more than that right now. Okay, so anyone over here work out, go to the gym? Raise hands? Yeah, awesome. I was looking for a guy because this is going to work more on a guy. You work out?
Once a week.
That's good enough. Okay, so let's just say bicep curls. You lift the bicep curl? Yeah? How much weight? 20, 30, 40 pounds?
Like the 8?
The 8? Okay, all right. Let's bump it up to 20 for you, okay? So, you guys got to listen because this is very interesting, okay? You're lifting that 20-pound dumbbell, right? Lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15, 16, 17. You know, once it starts becoming very hard and you can't push it up anymore? You know that feeling? Right? What happens if at that given moment someone comes and puts a gun to your head and says, hey buddy, if you don't move that up 10 more times, I'm going to shoot you. What happens then? It's going to move up like feathers, right? Correct? Right? If you learn to live your life and apply that rule to everything you do, you're basically unstoppable. Because no one can stop you from doing anything. We clear on that? Okay, perfect. Next is a vision. Who here has a vision? Anyone have a vision? You have a vision? What's your vision? What do you want to do?
I want to be a successful designer.
You want to be a successful designer? Okay, great. Anyone else have a vision? What's yours?
I want to travel the world.
You want to travel the world? Okay. Anyone else? We have one more. Cool. One more. Give me one more vision. Someone give me a vision. You guys gotta have a vision. Come on. No more? Okay, great. You wanted to be a fashion designer? Yeah? Okay. That vision won't make you a fashion designer. Your vision needs to be, you want to be the best fashion designer in the entire world. That's what you want to be. Because automatically, and this is scientifically proven, that if you shoot for the stars, you're going to land on the moon. So instead of you wanting to be a fashion designer, you're probably going to end up here. But if you want to be the best fashion designer in the world, you'll end up here, which is a great fashion designer. You want to travel the world, right? How do you want to travel the world? With an airplane? Screw that. You want to travel the world in your private jet with your family and friends. Correct? There you go. So if you have that vision in your mind, I do guarantee you that you will be able to travel the world. So about me, this is my vision. BookATailor is the only vertically integrated men's custom clothing company that's nationwide today. Does anyone know what vertical integration means? Shoot. You in the Starbucks.
It means that you have your own manufacturing, design, all one roof.
Perfect. Amazing. Great response. Vertically integrated means that you are in full control over the entire process, meaning from A to Z you do. Not many companies in the world are vertically integrated. Apple isn't even vertically integrated. Being vertically integrated gives you many benefits. Do anyone know what the benefits are of being vertically integrated? Go ahead.
You kind of have more control having everything under one roof.
Amazing.
You can overview stuff more easily.
You're very smart. Next. She's on the money. Go ahead.
It costs less than outsourcing.
Wow, you guys are so smart. I didn't think you would get those. But anyway, yes, perfect. So as you said, you are in full control over everything. You're able to automate the entire process. You basically cut out the middleman and the best price point in the market. what happens when you have the best price point in the market? Does anyone know? Go ahead.
Competitively priced against other people.
Amazing. And what happens then?
They can be lower than the competition.
And what happens then? There you go. Every single person will turn to you automatically. This is also scientifically proven. When someone wants to try something or test something, let's just say you want to go buy, I don't know, a calculator, you want to go buy a pair of sunglasses. Fashion is a little different, but when you want to buy something that you know nothing about, if you go online to research it, automatically, because you're testing it, you're going to turn to the cheapest solution. Why? Because you don't want to blow dollars on something you're not sure about. So when you're able to offer that in your business, automatically everyone turns to you first. At that point, if you're able to service them correctly, offer them obviously a great product, obviously at the most affordable price, there's no reason why they won't go somewhere else. On top of that, they will brag about you to their friends and family. Why? Because they're going to tell them that, hey, I have the best guy and he has the best prices. So everyone will turn to you. Okay, so these, for example, are our prices. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with custom clothing or what the price point is in the market, but we're able to offer 2 custom-made men's shirts for $99, 4 custom-made men's shirts for $179, a custom suit at $450, and a suit and 2 shirts at $499. Let me translate this to woman language for you. It's as if I tell you you can get a pair of Christian Louboutins for $250. Are you buying one?
Yeah.
You're buying 4. That's what you're doing. You're not buying one, you're buying 4. Okay, so how it works, let me just tell you how my company works. You go to BookATailor.com, you schedule a time to visit one of your local showrooms. You choose a date and a time, and which showroom you want to go to. Once you get there, the people working in the showrooms, they will measure you, and keep in mind, we are extremely technologically advanced. So no other custom clothing company has implemented the technology that we've implemented in our business. Why? Because we're vertical and we're able to implement it from the customer scheduling the appointment online, to visiting the showroom, to taking the measurements on a tablet, to placing his order, to production, then making it, coming to the showroom, all barcoded and everything, to him being able to pick it up. So that whole entire process is tracked, and that's exactly what happens to the customer. Once he picks up his clothes, obviously the measurements are then stored on file as well. This way he can come back and order more clothes when we guarantee them the perfect fit, because we store all the measurements on file. I'll give you a little brief of how it started. Long story short, if you guys are looking to start a business, right, everyone's always trying to look for that $1 million idea. That's not going to work. You're going to have a better shot at buying a lotto and winning it than you finding that $1 million idea. However, what you could do is you could find something that makes you a little bit of money, but that works, meaning either you buy for 2 and sell for 4, so you make $2, or that's basically it. You find something that works. Once that works, all you got to do is then multiply that. You understand what I'm saying? Don't go look for a $1 billion idea. Look for something that works that, let's just say, allows you to profit $1,000 at the end of the month. Then go and try 10 times that. If you 10 times that, then you're making 10 grand a month. Then go 10 times that again, and 10 times that again. That's really all you got to do. So we started by dabbling in the custom clothing industry. And at the beginning, we were outsourcing because we didn't have our own production facility. And I realized that there are 3 main problems in this particular industry. And these problems were not just problems that I was having. These were common problems amongst everyone in the industry. Number 1, there's a lack of communication. Meaning production is mostly done on the other side of the world. The people on the other side of the world, they don't speak your language. Nor do they really give a crap about the details that you're sending them. Because for them, they just got to make the product and they send it to you. Once you receive it, if you're going to start complaining, they're just not going to answer you. You understand what I'm saying? That's just the way that they are. It's just the way it is. And I, for example, you know Eli Tahari? Anyone know Eli Tahari? So Aaron Tahari, which is the nephew, happens to be my best friend. He tells me everything about his company. The part he hates the most is the production, the communication between him and production. He says, I want it in blue, they send it in green. He starts complaining, they don't answer him anymore. What does he do? His hands are tied. He can't do anything. He just lives with it. And many other fashion houses deal with the same problem. So number 1 was communication. You can't communicate with him. Number 2 was turnaround time. For example, this production that we quote-unquote teamed up with in Bangkok was promising me 4 weeks delivery. So I was promising my customer 5 weeks delivery, right? It's normal. I leave a window of a week. What happens? 4 weeks go by, 5 weeks go by, product doesn't come. What do you do then? You have an answer? I didn't have an answer either. because there's nothing you can do. So basically, he's screwing me, and I'm looking like an idiot in front of my customers, and guess what? My hands are still tied, and there's nothing I can do about it. And when I call him, guess what? He doesn't pick up the phone. Last but not least, quality control. Quality control in fashion is major, major, major. Why? Because if you don't deliver what was asked for you to deliver, then you just messed up. And if you mess up, what happens then? The customer's always right, and then they want their money back, and blah, blah, blah. It just goes downhill from there. So that's how we started, and we found that these were 3 common problems in the industry. We sat down and we said there's only one way to resolve all these 3 problems, and that's by opening up our own production in Thailand. Once we opened up our own production, as you said, we became vertical, because we make the product ourselves and sell it ourselves. We have full control over everything. We implemented technology in order to automate the business, so I'm standing here doing nothing, and I have people taking orders off tablets all over the country. It's going straight to production, production is sending it back, and the customer is picking it up. So I'm here running the business, basically off my cell phone. Send the production, and we had and because we opened up our own production, our price was low, so we're able to offer the best price point in the market. That's how every single person turned to us. Right now, we currently have 13 showrooms nationwide. Keep in mind, I started out of my father's office conference room, which was a table. He does telecom. There's no clothes in there, no nothing. I started like that, selling off of a table. People would come sit down, they would see me, and I built the business on the fly by speaking to them. I'll give you a little example. I had a customer come in from Groupon. I ran a Groupon. He bought 2 custom shirts for $99. He walks in there, and he literally goes, I want monograms. Does it cost more for a monogram? I didn't know I'm supposed to charge more for a monogram. He told me to charge him more for a monogram. So obviously I said, yeah, it costs more. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, how much more? I'm like, $3. He's like, that's it? I was like, oh shit, I should have said more. But I learned from there. Then he said, French cuffs. Are French cuffs more? I'm like, yeah. He's like, the other place charges me $10. Can you charge me $10 for the French cuffs? I was like, sure, fine. I realized I'm making another $13 right now. Then he said something even more interesting. He said, what if I want 4 more shirts? Will you offer me the same price they were offering on Groupon over here? I was like, of course, why not? And that's how it started. And I walked out of that first appointment swiping the guy an extra $452. So he came in for $99 and he ended up leaving for $452 more, which was the best thing that ever happened. After that, what we did is we just took that formula and multiplied it in many other cities. So we're currently at 13 cities nationwide. A couple of them are franchised. And then something else came along. We opened up a kiosk in the mall. Now, can you guys tell me, does this look good? Does it look cool? You like it? Yes, no, maybe so? I thought this was the best thing ever. I thought it was revolutionary. I thought it was going to work. It failed. Not only did it failed so bad that I fell on my face. I think I lost approximately $100 grand on this project. But, as I said earlier, when you fail, it's a good thing. Why? Because then you're able to learn from the mistakes that you made. So I realized I made 3 mistakes over here. Number 1, people were walking by looking at the kiosk and they said, this is really cool. However, I'm not down to do this over here. Can you come to me? The answer is no. Why? Because you cannot leave a kiosk unattended. The mall will come and find you. That was number 1. Number 2, people were walking by. Some of them, the amount I was paying for the kiosk. A, so I cut my overhead low. B, this looks way cooler than that kiosk, and all the prices and advertisement are on it. I saw that problem. And C, the person that stands outside this car over here can very easily, all the books are in the trunk by the way, can very easily close the car up and go to the guy's office to measure him there, or his home. Now keep in mind, now once you're in the guy's office, you're not just making clothes for that one guy over there, you can make them for all the colleagues in the office. So now you're literally inside the office. So this just goes to show you that when you bump into problems, don't give up and don't say, okay, I'm just not going to do this anymore, or it's never going to work. Innovate based off that. Take the problem, resolve the problem. I guarantee you that if you resolve it in the correct way, you'll come up with a jackpot business.